Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to introduce the President and CEO of Lake Forest Graduate School of Management, Jeffrey Anderson.
What a beautiful day, huh? Good afternoon and welcome to Commencement. Gentlemen, please remove your caps or hats as we begin with the national anthem led by Bill Gordon. Please stand if you are able.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Bill. Please be seated. Graduates, before we get started, did anyone warn you there's one more group assignment? No, seriously, there's one more. But you all have to work together on this one. For the next hour, you have to smile and show nothing but absolute joy. Can you do that? All right, here we go. Degree candidates, spouses, children, parents, grandparents, friends, and business associates, welcome. Thank you for joining our faculty, staff, and board of directors in celebrating the incredible accomplishment of the candidates gathered here today. To our graduates, many of whom took your classes at another location, or maybe all virtual, welcome home. This place was created for and dedicated to you. You will always be welcome. I came across a quote that seems especially appropriate for this day. It goes like this: "The deepest secret is that life is not a process of discovery, but a process of creation. You are not discovering yourself, but creating yourself anew. Seek, therefore, not to find out who you are, seek to determine what you want to be." Let that sink in for a moment. Seek to determine what you want to be. Notice it didn't say what you want to do or what role you would like to have. This simple quote is a special challenge to each of you today. This very moment is the inflection point. What kind of leader do you want to be? What kind of example do you want to set for others? What kind of colleague, spouse, parent, sibling do you want to be? What are the principles you will commit to that will guide you always? As we proceed through this ceremony, I encourage you to set aside the other distractions of life. Celebrate what you have accomplished with those who are important to you. But also ponder that simple yet profound question: What tips can you get from the impressive roster of speakers we have in store? How can you use what you have learned to propel you toward your renewed self? Now, I am pleased to introduce our Director of Student and Experience and Engagement, Curry Gashi.
Thank you, Jeff. What a joy it is to see all of you in person. Congratulations. The Hotchkiss Scholar Award was established in 1984 in honor of Dr. Eugene Hotchkiss, President Emeritus of Lake Forest College and former member of the LFGSM Board of Directors. This award celebrates a graduate who demonstrates academic achievement, leadership ability, and service to their community. In addition to earning a 3.95 GPA or above, a Hotchkiss Scholar volunteers over 20 hours in service to business or a nonprofit organization. Before I introduce this year's award recipient, I'd like to recognize the Hotchkiss applicants here today. Michelle Cotula and Arlene Ramos, will you please stand? In addition to their academic achievement, these graduates contributed a combined total of over 80 hours of service while they were in school and working full-time. Thank you for all the work you did on behalf of Lake Forest Graduate School. We appreciate your efforts and recognize the significant time and talent you gave to local organizations. Thank you again. This year's Hotchkiss Scholar Award recipient is Milad Nazari. Milad received his Bachelor of Science and Doctor of Philosophy degrees in chemistry from North Carolina State University. He is currently an Associate Director in the Corporate Strategy Office at AbbVie, where he identifies therapeutic focus areas, develops long-range strategies, and builds global alliances for future expansion. In recommending Milad for this award, his boss said this: Milad is unafraid to challenge the status quo and actively seeks feedback from others. He is a deep thinker and can easily translate those thoughts to a broader audience. Lake Forest benefited from these qualities when Milad served on the student advisory group, offering feedback and ideas for new programs and services. Milad truly embodies the key attributes of our leadership model. For Milad's service project, he volunteered for College Bound Opportunities, a nonprofit organization dedicated to increasing the graduation rate of first-generation college students through mentoring, programming, and scholarships. And since Milad was a first-generation college student, this organization was particularly meaningful to him. Using his analytics background, he created an alumni survey and analyzed the results, which provided critical insights into engaging their alumni community. Milad, congratulations on the achievement of your MBA in this Hotchkiss Scholar Award. Our community is strengthened by your service. Please join me in congratulating the Hotchkiss Scholar of the Class of 2022, Milad Nazari. Pause for a picture here. Yeah. And then you and I are going to take a picture.
Sounds good.
I'll let you go.
Okay.
Great.
Thank you. Thank you, Carrie, for the kind introduction and for everything you do for the students and your capacity as Director of Student Experience and Engagement. Friends, family, faculty and staff, and more importantly, class of graduates, welcome. To my fellow graduates, Congratulations on completing your MBA journey and being here today with us to celebrate this achievement. My name is Malad Nazari, and I am proud to be speaking to you as the Hotchkiss Scholar. It is great to see you all in person, and I know for many of us, this is the first time we've been actually on campus and seeing some of our friends, classmates, or instructors. I know that was true for me. I had not actually been to campus until last week when I came to meet Curry and the rest of the team. When we all started our MBA journey, we knew that this was going to be a difficult task and it would require sacrifices, long hours, and for many of us, we have full-time jobs, so this was on top of all of those commitments. But what we couldn't have imagined was that halfway through our studies, a global pandemic would sweep through the whole world and would make us change the ways we learn and work and communicate forever. However, instead of using that as an excuse, we all took it in stride and did not let it get in our way of furthering our education. The staff and faculty in school did a great job of helping us by moving all classes online at first through Blue Jeans and then through Zoom, and they showed great agility in helping us move forward and adjusting to new ways of learning. This graduating class is the embodiment of Lake Forest Graduate School's leadership model. Every day, we showed up to class over Zoom. We exhibited agility and innovation, using the tools that were available to us, many of us for the first time using Zoom, WebEx, or whatever else sort of online networking that we had. We engaged others, albeit remotely, and we worked on projects and case studies and helped each other see different perspectives based on our backgrounds and studies. We didn't let technical issues or the remote nature of the work get in our way, and we employed a strategic vision to keep our eyes on the ball and move forward despite difficulties. Last but not least, at every turn, we were honest, transparent, and self-aware with each other when working with other classmates or instructors. When I applied to school in 2020, I wanted to leverage my scientific background and learn more about strategy and leadership in hopes of making a career change into a more leadership role. I was really impressed by Lake Forest's leadership model and knew that learning from instructors that have real-life experience would be the key to me achieving this goal. In 2021, halfway through my MBA journey, I was able to make that transition and move from a scientific role at AbbVie to the corporate strategy, where I get to use every single thing I learned at LFGSM on a daily basis. I've heard similar stories from other classmates and how they moved to a new job or promoted to a different role at their current institution, and that's all testament to the dedication of the staff and faculty here at Lake Forest and our hard work as graduates. In closing, I'd like to again congratulate my fellow graduates on this significant achievement, and on behalf of all of us, I'd like to thank our families and friends for being here today to celebrate with us, and again, huge thank you to the staff and faculty at the school. Thank you.
Congratulations, Malad. He's one smart dude, let me tell you. Since 1978, the Lake Forest Graduate School of Management has presented the Distinguished Executive Award to an exceptional business leader who demonstrates the highest performance standards and business ethics and combines managerial excellence with a commitment of service to the community at large. This year, we are pleased to honor Larry Brand with this unique award. Larry serves as the Chief Human Resources Officer at Just Right Safety Group. Founded in 1906, Just Right Safety has remained an industry leader in the designing and manufacturing of products for the safe management of flammable liquids and hazardous materials. Headquartered in Deerfield, Illinois, today Just Right employs almost 3,000 employees worldwide, working from 22 global locations. With over 25 years of business experience with increasing levels of responsibility, Larry compels leadership and boards to adopt business-driving people strategies. He is an accomplished leader of talent, strategy, mergers and acquisitions, and board of directors relations. Prior to his current role, he served as the Chief Human Resources Officer for LK Manufacturing, a 100-year-old family-owned industrial manufacturer of water delivery products and business-to-business interior design services. Mr. Brand holds an MBA and BS in Business Administration from the University of Evansville in Evansville, Indiana, and holds SPHR and SHRM SCP Professional Human Resources designations. He also serves on the Board of Advisors for the Hermack Institute at the Executive Club of Chicago and is a member of our faculty. Larry is married with 2 children and resides in a north suburb of Chicago. He has one other special experience in his life that had a profound impact on him, but I'm going to leave it to him to tell that story. It is my pleasure to extend the 2022 Distinguished Executive Award to Larry Brand.
Good afternoon. I want to recognize and acknowledge each one of you for your commitment to excellence and following through on this program. You may not know this, but only 13% of Americans have an advanced degree, and you are now members of that audience. So congratulations. I'm very pleased to be here today and would like to share a part of me and my success with you and hope you can take something from that today. But before I begin, the answer to your 2 questions, I'm 6'7" tall, and yes, I did. What are your 2 questions? How tall are you, and did you play basketball? What you don't know is that I was a great high school basketball player that then went to college on scholarship and suddenly realized in college I was very mediocre. I was a mediocre player, but we'll come back to the term player here in just a few minutes and what that means. As I thought about my high school trophies while I sat on the bench in college, I had a revelation through business about how fantastic and lucky it was to sit on the college bench. And why is that? Because I learned how to coach from the bench. Coaching from the bench. You see, playing the game out on the court is one-dimensional. All you can see is your own frame of reference. There's no better direct metaphor from sports to business than coaching. In sports, as a player, all you can see is what's coming down the court. When you sit on the bench, you can see everything. You can't see while you're playing. Every player, every play, every moment, every cheerleader, the whole court, the flow of the game. And this revelation taught me an important lesson as I moved through my business career. Coaching people, teams, executives, businesses, it allows you to see everything if you're coaching rather than playing. So in its purest essence, coaching is unlocking a person's potential to maximize their performance by helping them learn rather than teaching them. So learn versus teaching, coach versus player. I like that. It's always kind of resonated with me a little bit. For those who don't relate to sports, just think for a moment about a team or a group or a community that you've been a part of that's important to you. And there's always an opportunity to be an individual, a player, or an observant member kind of the broader group, which is a coach. So why is all this important? As you move through your career from this point forward, be a constant coach to those you work with. A coach doesn't play and doesn't win or lose the game. Players do that. but a coach is held just as accountable to the wins and losses as a player is. Do your job as a player, but serve as a coach to everyone around you all the time. Coaches and players mutually benefit from each other, and they can't win without each other. So keep that in mind. You know, as a side note, I am a career HR professional who's terrible with names. And this has been like a real career hazard because everybody expects you're in HR, so you're really good with names. Well, I'm not. So being 6'7" tall and an ex-basketball player, I can assure you the only great thing about this height is basketball. Otherwise, it doesn't work for clothes, cars, low ceilings or ceiling fans, hide and seek. None of that works when you're this big. And further, when you're 6'7" and bald and your name's Larry, everybody remembers you on the first meeting. And I was reminded of that when I came on campus for the first time in 2 years today, and everybody's like, Larry, Larry, Larry. I'm like, oh, Zoom is such an equalizer. You're all so small. But anyway, me, not so much. It takes 2 or 3 meetings with people before I really can memorize their names. So that's been problematic for me, just awkward. So kind of back to what I want to message to you today. As an HR leader, I'm often asked what the most important leadership attribute is, the one at the top of the list. And this, of course, is kind of a ridiculous question because there's dozens of leadership attributes. We hope to do more of them better than worse. And of course, we've all worked for at least one leader in our career that does more worse than better. Great attributes for leadership can be learned and trained and coached through others, but I do believe there's also something natural in there as well. Kind of internal versus external, I think you could say, kind of a muscle that needs to be flexed or exercised for all of our leadership that's inside. I always encourage new managers to think about the best and worst managers they've ever worked for. And if they find themselves at a point of indecision, think about what that best manager would do, and you might want to consider that. And if that doesn't work for you, think about what your worst manager would do, and don't do that. Do something else. Both can be helpful depending on what the situation is. All right, so back to being asked about the best leadership attribute. I always answer that question with self-awareness being the most important leadership attribute. A self-aware leader knows their areas of strength and their areas of development. They put themselves in situations to leverage their strengths, and they surround themselves with people who excel in their developmental areas. That type of leadership can only happen when we embrace our own self-awareness, which is not always easy, to be honest with ourselves on what that is. So imagine as leaders, if we focus on our own keen self-awareness while we perform as players in our job and we coach from the bench to help others. Powerful. Think through that a little bit from this point forward in your careers. Lastly, I'll leave you to ponder my favorite word, serendipity. Serendipity, simply put, is the occurrence and development of events by chance in a happy and beneficial way. And we don't get to use the word happy very often in business. That may be part of why I like it. These are the positive and unpredictable things that occur in our personal and business lives if we put ourselves in a situation to allow them to happen. The more opportunity for interactions that you create in your career, the higher your chances become for serendipitous moments. Meet people, network, play, coach. Look for those interactions of serendipity because you never know where they're going to come from or who they're going to come from. That's why it's called serendipity. If I knew how to get you there, I would do it for you. Remember, your career success firmly sits at the crossroads of hard work and luck. You need a little bit of both and some serendipity if you're going to be successful. So for those who are open to the concept of serendipity, if you feel you've not yet arrived in your career and where you want to be, good things through your sacrifices like this will come your way, I promise. I've become a player coach who leads from the bench, and I encourage you to do the same. Thank you very much, and congratulations again today.
Congratulations, Larry. Hello, I'm Carol Modlin. I'm Dean of Faculty and Degree Programs here at the school, and it is my honor to be able to introduce to you today this year's Distinguished Faculty Award recipient. So Lake Forest Graduate School of Management has a long and successful relationship with Allstate Insurance. Over the years, both organizations have gained much from this relationship. And one of the many great benefits Lake Forest has gotten from this relationship is this year's Distinguished Faculty Award recipient. So every year, one instructor from among all of our instructors is selected to receive the Distinguished Faculty Award. This award recognizes an instructor who embodies the LFGSM leadership model, who is committed to academic excellence, who demonstrates intellectual rigor, who shows contagious enthusiasm for the subjects taught, makes a significant contribution to the quality of student learning, demonstrates integrity in student relationships, and provides opportunities for business impact through the curriculum. It's a long list. We ask a lot of our faculty. This year's recipient rose to the top in all of those areas. And this recipient is Randy DeCourcy. Randy came to join the Lake Forest faculty when he was vice president at Allstate with over 30 years of leadership experience. And this was late in 2019. His first class was Organization Change, in which his vast experience as well as his passion to help others succeed were immediately apparent. His innate sense of how to connect, lead, and educate made him a natural to develop and later teach another course, Agile Leadership, which students found relevant, insightful, and essential in helping them develop their own leadership style. I'd like to share some comments from students who have taken Randy's classes. Randy had a great start in his first course at LFGSM. He is mindful of our time and presents information efficiently and relevantly. He is focused and direct when speaking, no meandering. I appreciate him sharing his considerable expertise. 10 out of 10 for Randy. Randy's business background rang through all through the course. With him, key concepts were grounded in a business application, making the concept less abstract and more relatable. And finally, Randy told us in class his overall mission as a professional was that he had a genuine and heartfelt desire to see those around him succeed. And I think he really lived up to that in this class. You can see how passionate he is about leading organization change from his teachings, drawing on his personal experiences at Allstate to really illustrate the topics learned in class. Would highly recommend this class to others. Well, I think that says it all. So it is my pleasure to present this year's Distinguished Faculty Award to Randy DeCourcy. There you go.
Thank you, Carol. It's very humbling to receive an award like this, especially when I look out and see all the great faculty that are here at Lake Forest Graduate School of Management and those that aren't here. It's truly humbling and very much appreciated, so thank you. But this isn't about me, it's about our graduates. Congratulations to the class of 2022. Earning your MBA is no small feat, and I hope that you're as proud of your accomplishment as we all are of you. As Carol mentioned, it's been a little over 3 years since I joined the faculty here, and it's just been an amazing experience. And I'm continually impressed by the commitment and the passion and the enthusiasm and the desire to learn that all the students bring to all the classes that I've had the pleasure of facilitating. And so that made it difficult for me to think about what I could possibly share with such an awesome group of MBA graduates today. But I'll give it a try. As I was reflecting back on the classes that I taught, there was one theme that seems to come through, and that is a continual thirst, this insatiable thirst to learn more about leadership. Every class I had, the students wanted to learn more, know more, get help, guidance, direction, etc. And I thought, why is that? Why is it that there's this continual desire to learn more about leadership. It can't possibly be because nothing's been written about it. I went on to Amazon Books the other day and I Googled, or I searched, I should say, leadership in books. Any idea how many results it returned? Over 60,000. 60,000 results. To name a few: servant leadership, compassionate leadership, insightful leadership, healthy leadership, tribal leadership, agile leadership. Or if you're a person who's a little more methodical and likes to digest information in steps, you've got the 5 levels of leadership, the 5 roles of leadership, the 15 commitments of conscious leadership, the 21 irrefutable laws of leadership. And that one comes with a workbook. So how can there possibly be this continual thirst for more information on leadership? And I think that's kind of the problem, personally. I think we made it too complicated. I'm kind of a simple person, and I think there's a lot of beauty and simplicity. And so I've kind of taken what I've learned over my career and either what I've done myself or observed others doing. And I think effective leaders do 3 things really well. So I thought I'd share them with you quickly. The first thing a leader does is they have a plan. And by plan, I use that term generically. It could be an objective, a strategy, a goal. It's an expression of where you're trying to take the team. And you'd be amazed, a lot of organizations don't really have a plan, or it's not well understood or well known. And a good plan has characteristics of conciseness, relevancy, easy to understand. Everyone on the team can understand where you're trying to take people. And in the absence of that plan, of a good plan, people kind of just do their own thing. Back when my daughter was in middle school, I had the opportunity to coach the middle school basketball team, group of 7th and 8th grade girls. Terrific group of young ladies, very nice, a lot of fun to be around, but just a horrible collection of basketball players. They were not very good at all. They couldn't shoot, dribble, pass, some of the basics. But I still felt at least we could learn to play good team defense, because you don't really need to be athletic to play good team defense. You just kind of need to be in the right place at the right time. But we couldn't do that either. And so after probably close to the end of the second season, I waited too long. I think I should have had Larry helping me. But I got the girls together at center court, and I said, girls, at practice, and I said, what's the number one thing we're trying to accomplish when we're playing defense as a team on the basketball court? What's the single most important thing? And half the girls raised their hand. I said, oh, I know, steal the basketball. And I said, well, not really. What we're really trying to do is prevent the other team from scoring. And that made me realize that I hadn't done a very good job of communicating the plan, because many girls on the team had a different idea of what the plan was, and therefore they were running all over the place trying to steal the basketball. So anyway, the first thing a good leader does is they have a very easy to understand, simple plan. The second thing a really good leader does is they help people connect their work to the plan. I'm always amazed at employees who sit at their desk and work all day and really have no idea what they're doing, how it impacts the bigger picture. And in the absence of a connection to the work, employees have no meaning, they have no purpose, and we need that as humans. We need to have meaning and purpose in our lives to make us more effective. If you can't connect the work to the plan, then either one, your plan is wrong or it needs to be adjusted, or 2, the work that's being done has no relevancy to the plan. Of course, we never see that in business, do we? People working on things that don't seem to make any sense. But anyway, second thing, we connect the work to the plan. And then finally, a good leader creates an environment where every single employee is motivated, is encouraged, is inspired to identify and solve problems that are getting in the way of making the plan. Of course, they can't do that unless you've done a good job with steps 1 and 2, having a plan and connecting the work to the plan. But who's most qualified to identify problems that are getting in the way? The people doing the work, right? Yet a lot of times it doesn't get done, either because employees are fearful that if they raise issues or problems, they're being labeled as a troublemaker, or they identify the problems and they leave it to management to correct or to fix. But a good leader helps create that line of sight and creates an environment, an atmosphere where employees feel like they're part of the solution and are actively working towards doing that. So have a plan, connect the work to the plan, create the right environment. Those 3 things. And of course, there are many other skills that leaders possess. Communicators, change managers, coaches, mentors, problem solvers. But I think all of those skills can be amplified and magnified when they exist in a framework that's simple and an approach that's easy to understand and it's purposeful and it's meaningful. So I hope that's helpful to all of you. Again, congratulations to all of our graduates, and I wish you the best of luck in your careers and your educational pursuits going forward. Thank you.
Congratulations to the class of 2022. 20 of our degree candidates from this class have achieved a perfect 4.0 GPA. Eleven of them are present here today. With those 11 candidates attending commencement today from the class of 2022 who have achieved a perfect 4.0, please stand now and be recognized. Please be seated. Thank you. The degree candidates before us have shown their dedication to leadership and personal development through the completion of their degree program requirements. It is my great honor and pleasure as Chief Academic Officer to present the candidates for the degree of Master of Business Administration. Would all the graduation candidates from the class of 2022 please stand now and be recognized? Mr. President, the students standing before you are candidates for the degree of Master of Business Administration. They have completed all prescribed academic requirements for their degree. It is the recommendation of the faculty, which has been confirmed by the Board of Directors, that these degrees be conferred upon them. Jeff?
Maybe I should make them wait a little while. What do you think? By the authority of the state of Illinois given to the Board of Directors of the Lake Forest Graduate School of Management and entrusted by them to me, I hereby confer upon you who have completed all the requirements the degree of Master of Business Administration, together with all attendant right, privileges, and responsibilities. Please be seated.
Aditi Agarwal. Yogesh Amir. Jason Anderson Garrity. Shires Augustine. Elsa Marie Ballesteros. Denise Ann Beckman. Sarah Birch, honors. Kristen Baruki, honors. Martha Campos. Simone E. Cook. Erica Cynthia Corpus. Susan Renee D. Catherine Iovino Duncan, honors. Craig Fisher, honors. Emily Fauché, honors. Shannon N. Gaki, honors. Lupita Garcia, honors. Great job. Joe G. George. Kimberly Ann Halpern. Laura Henham. Samantha Elliott Hiltz. Sugandhi Rangathan Iyer. Shaila Jugudesh, honors. Abhishek Jaiswal. Shashi Vikram Kashel, honors. Muthu Kumar Kanan. Danielle Amber Capel. Michelle Kotula, honors. Crystal Krupnik, honors. Rashi Kuchamanshi, honors. Brittany Kuhn, honors. Arvind Rumayesh. Dennis Lianku. Robert Gerald Linder, honors. Yan Liu. Daniel Mack, honors. Nagaraju Magati. Mark Majoros. Eleonora Marcosian. Joy Susan Matthew, honors. Hector O. Matute. Patrick Merriman, honors.
Deborah R. Mills. Katya Aisha Mims. Wait, who is that? Oh. Okay. Christopher J. Murphy, honors. Milad Nazari, Hotchkiss Scholar. Are you Crystal Mumfrey? I am Crystal Mumfrey. I'm ready. Go for it. Crystal Mumfrey. Domingo Camisi Noel. Nidhi Oja. Olusegun Victor Olapajoye. Lashonda Denise Perry. Right. Okay. Nicholas Jean-Francois Poulin. Kavita Premanand. Benjamin Axland Putka. Maria Arlene Ramos, honors. David Rose, honors. Barbara Ross, honors. Shelley Ann Salazar. Melanie G. Schumacher. Sonia Sethi. Swati Shah. Natasha Shevchuk. Jody Stephanie Small. James K. Snyder. Yunjin Lee Song. Everardo Soria, Jr. Michelle Yvette Span. Lena Tarantul, honors. Jonathan Tedness, honors. Danielle Marie Tolstad, honors. Jessica Tortorello. Mark Stephen Tripetti. Oh, yeah, I got you. Isaac Seng. Olga Uspinskaya. Puneet Verma. Robert Milan Weiss, honors. Got it. Amanda Faith Whitaker, honors. Chris A. Vat. Jason D. Zosak.
Please join me in congratulating the class of 2022. Before we receive the closing remarks from Carrie Buckwald, President of the Center for Leadership, we would like to acknowledge several groups of people who have significantly contributed to the quality of your educational experience. We ask those acknowledged to stand and remain standing. Please hold your applause until all are mentioned. Our outstanding faculty members, our dedicated staff and volunteers. Please stand or wave. Come on. Thank you for your contributions. Please be seated. And while it's not in the script, I'd like you to join me in one more congratulations. There was a committee of staff members, many of whom you've never met, who have been working for months to plan this special event for you. So please join me in thanking the graduation committee. Finally, and maybe most importantly, I invite you graduates to honor the most important people of all, your family and friends who have been through this with you and supported you the entire way. Stand up and give them that. There we go.
So are we excited? All right. I'm Carrie Buckwald, and it's great to see everyone. What a great view it is from here. I'm part of the Lake Forest Center for Leadership here at LFGSM. And the Center for Leadership creates and delivers leadership development and business education programs that are unique and impactful. I'm also a proud alumna of the class of 2012. So I wanted to share a couple of things with you, including my heartfelt congratulations and welcome you to the LFGSM alumni community. On behalf of the staff and faculty, I also thank you for choosing Lake Forest to be part of your personal growth journey, and hope you will continue to stay in touch with us. As we finish our beautiful event today, there are a couple of thoughts I would like to offer about what tomorrow may mean to you. I will share what I have learned from my own MBA graduation 10 years ago. The attainment of an MBA degree is not an ending, it is a beginning. Certainly, after striving to reach the finish line that today represents, and shortly, when you reunite with family and friends, and I mean shortly, you deserve to savor this day and all that it means. It's just wonderful. I suggest that tomorrow, the day after today, is a new beginning for you. As your future unfolds and you make choices in life, both personally and professionally, you will bring the knowledge and experience of reaching this milestone, of being a master's degree holder, to everything you do. As a master's graduate, you have demonstrated mastery in your applied learning of both leadership and business. That is just fantastic. Let that sink in for a moment, the concept of your personal mastery. I would love to ask each one of you, where do you most want to put your mastery to work? For and with whom? With what results? How will you continue to expand your capabilities and skills and then share those in all aspects of your life? I believe these are the questions that one asks themselves when the future is viewed as a new beginning, a future that is yours to decide, then do, with confidence, with renewed energy, with pride of purpose. 10 years will go by quickly from your graduation day today. It has for me. If you look out on that horizon, maybe 10 years from now, what impact do you want to look back and say that you made in your work, family, community, country, the world? What will you decide to do? Tomorrow can be the day to start imagining or continue your path towards an already imagined future. Congratulations on your accomplishment of attaining mastery and for your new beginning. I wish you the very best in your lives today and tomorrow. Thank you. Okay, Dr. Holman, let's bring it home.
Thank you, Carrie. The commencement exercises are now complete. Would the audience please remain seated during the recessional? Graduates and all dignitaries on the stage, please stand. If you haven't already had a chance to partake of the special offerings of refreshments here today, please enjoy the dessert truck options. Let's have the recessional, please. Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful day.